Hey there. So today I want to go through something that is both a hard skill in some ways and a soft skill. And there's two parts to this. The first is breaking down large obstacles into manageable tasks. A lot of the times we think that we're just going to go do this, little task, and it turns out that there are a ton of parts to it and a lot of things to learn, and we get discouraged. So before I go and try something new, I break down I break down into pieces, right? And that makes it much easier to accomplish different things along the way. And as you're doing that, you feel a sense of accomplishment, which gets me to the next piece, which is celebrating the completion of small tasks. I overlooked this for quite a while, and I was only looking at the big picture. I wanted to have a working ad that was getting me tons of leads and lots of interest. And if I didn't accomplish that, I would get really discouraged. So I then broke it down to, well, if I get a lead, I'm going to celebrate it, and it felt really good. I broke it down even further, and as I accomplished each thing along the way to getting to that lead, I celebrated it. What that did is it brought me up. It gave me a lot more optimism, a lot more positivity, and as I got to celebrate these little tasks, it was something new I got to learn, and instead of going to negative, I could go to the positive. Breaking it down into those small tasks is the first part of that. So if I want to run an ad on Facebook, you just think, well, I'm going to run an ad. Well, you might not know that in the beginning you've got to set up a Facebook fan page so that you can run an ad through that. So that doesn't take very long. However, it's a big step in the process. Without a fan page, you can't run an ad. So once I've made the fan page, I'm like, yeah, awesome. I can now check that off the list, right? Then we go down and we've got to season the page. You have to add some content to the page so that when people go to the page, it's not just a blank wall. It's got some information that they're interested in. And they're going to want to they're going to want to interact with you, and they're going to find some value. Next thing you need to do is run a likes campaign, right? You can't actually do any ads without having 50 people or more liking your page. So whether that's running it to family, whether running it to friends, whether it's an actual campaign where you're bringing on new people that you don't know, that's something really important. So each one of these little things along the way I would tick off and I would celebrate. Good job. And that way, if I don't complete running an ad on my first day, I can go, wow, but I've accomplished this many steps towards doing that. And it might seem simple. That might seem, oh, it's not a big thing, but this really adds up over time, right? All these small wins, celebrating them, brings up your mood, gives you a sense of accomplishment. And if something gets in the way that you have to, take some time out, you can go back to your list and get back on track to where you're going. So another thing you need to do is you're going to need a picture that attracts people's attention, right? Or a video or whichever you're doing. In this case, we're going to do a picture ad, a story ad, right? So you need a picture. If you don't have any good pictures now, then you got to go take a picture, right? You might have to, before you do that, go, well, what makes a good picture that attracts people? So you might have to go to YouTube and go and find some videos on taking a great picture. You might decide, well, I'm going to be advertising towards hikers, so maybe I need to be in the mountains. Or maybe I'm going to advertise towards boaters, so maybe I can get a friend, go out in a kayak on the water and, take some pictures. And then framing it. So you might have to learn that and test it out before you get a really winning picture. So then as you're doing that, as you're learning, you're having a bit of fun with that, you would tick that off the list. Then you're going to have to upload the picture, right? That seems like a simple thing, but and you might have done it a tons of times, but you might not do it in the context of building an ad. So you got to figure out where to post it and what you're going to add to it. With an ad, then you need copy. You need to have, ad copy is the text, right? The technical term for it is ad copy. So You might have to study up on your ad copy. You don't want to just post anything. You want to make sure that it falls under Facebook's guidelines for what's allowed. You have to look at how you're going to advertise your offer, and what is going to attract people to it. And you're also going to have to figure out different words that really work to express what you want. So that might take a few times of running it through, practicing, and that may take a little while. But it's another step towards building your business. Then you're going to have to write an ad. So now that you've done some of the research, or in the case of what we do, the training videos, because we've got some amazing training videos within our system that actually walk you step by step through all of this stuff, right? So if you're doing it on your own, you're going to have to, check out the YouTube videos and all that other stuff. So after that, you're going to have to link the page or the picture to your ad copy so that it's really clear, your message and how it links up to your landing pages. After that, well, landing pages are a whole different thing. It's something that you would have access to, and that's another list of things. So once you've studied ad copy, once you've written an ad, once you feel more comfortable with every single one of these steps, celebrate it. Be happy, because this is another step towards you becoming a professional. And the more you look at this as I'm doing this in the long term to become a professional at this versus, oh, it's just a little hobby, something to do on the side, the more you take it seriously, the better off you're going to be. Next step is going to be how to post an ad. So once you've got the copy and your picture together, you put it on your page, and then you're going to run that as an ad. You're going to boost it. So you're going to have to look at different things about how to target an audience, how to run the ad, and all these steps. It's all covered in our training program. And as each of these things, as you go through each of these things, where you're picking an audience, where you are limiting your audience, where you're looking at the age range that you're trying to target, and then you're looking at doing a split ad test. All these things are covered in the training. Once you've done that and are running an ad, then it's, you're really happy. And then when you get your first lead, it's really exciting, right? When you bring your lead cost down from whatever it is down to a manageable amount, and then you're bringing in a lot of leads, that's even more exciting. And as you, say you end up with 20 leads, you get 20 people interested in your product, and that took, I'm going to say a month to accomplish, right? Then you go, how can I accomplish and bring in 20 leads in a week? And then how can I do that in a day? And then how can I bring in 100 leads per day? And each time you hit one of those milestones, you're celebrating, you're excited. This will bring a sense of accomplishment. It'll bring a sense of I'm moving forward, I'm learning something, and it's a really great way to move through your business. It'll keep you focused, it'll keep you on track, and it'll keep you positive and motivated. See if you can apply this to other things in your life. There's tons of different ways you can do this, whether you're building something in the garage, or you've got, you're trying to learn to paint or draw, and it's celebrating those small wins along the way. This can be huge. And I call this a soft skill as well as a hard skill. Soft skill because it is a mindset training. It is to train your mind to break things down so that you can not fail, right? You want to make these tasks small enough that you can't fail. You're going to learn this. You're going to accomplish that. And then celebrating those wins. And that celebrating those wins, once again, is a soft skill. But I find this is something that once you master these two pieces, it'll take you really far in your business as well as your life. So hope you got some value from that, and I'll see you in the next video.